Here in Washington, a controversial new gun control law takes effect on New Year's Day. You'll have to wait 10 days between buying a gun and taking it home. And this is something we've been tracking for nearly a year now.
We know we have more work to do, but this is a great thing for the state of Washington. Congratulations.
When Governor Inslee signed a package of new gun control proposals into law this spring, some of them, like the ban on certain types of gun, took effect right away, despite lawsuits to try to put the ban on hold. But one of the new laws, hotly debated during the legislative session, won't kick in until January 1st. Would-be gun owners will have to wait 10 days to complete a purchase. State lawmakers were split on whether that would save lives or endanger them.
The sad fact today is that over half of suicides are committed with a firearm. There are very few do-overs when a gun is used. And that's why, Mr. President, this cooling off period that's in the bill is so critically important.
There may be a mom with a couple of little girls and in a serious domestic violence situation. Even if she finds the instructor, and if she can afford the class, and if she can get into one of those classes that don't exist today, she will still have to wait another 10 days after the purchase of the firearm to protect herself.
The new law also requires people to go through training before they can buy a gun, a step that begins January 1st. This law is a trimmed-down version of a proposal that initially would have required everyone looking to buy a gun to get a permit first. Voters approved a similar law in Oregon over a year ago, and that's been tied up in the courts ever since. State lawmakers here in Washington eventually took the permit requirement out of the final proposal in the 2023 legislative session. But lawmakers have already filed a new bill for the 2024 session, asking, once again, to make permits a requirement for gun purchases. Now, advocates say requiring a permit would help close several loopholes in the gun buying process, but opponents say you shouldn't have to get a permit in order to exercise a constitutional right. The legislative session begins 2 weeks from today on January 8th.